Hi everyone, this Python code analysis the simulated Chennai weather patterns for 5 years, and here in this coding we have 5 steps to follow. The first step, we create a data set, and then the step number 2, we do the summary statistics out of it, and in step number 3 we handle the missing data values. Here you can see in step number 3 we can do the missing data handling, and in step number 4 we do the correlation analysis, and finally we do the predictive modeling. And here we have generated 6 different plots like line plot, bar chart, histogram, box plot, scatter plot, and the heat map, and finally the correlation heat map is also generated. So coming to the first segment, the code here, what we do is we import the essential libraries for numerical operations, NumPy as import NumPy as NPy, and then for data manipulation as import pandas at PD, and then for plotting we use import matplot.late, pyplot as PLT, as well as import cborn as SNS, and for machine learning we use this from sklearn.linear model, and then sklearn.model selection, and sklearn metrics. And then as a first step we create the data set. This section, it generates a synthetic data set resembling the Chennai weather data. It defines the list of month and then creates a dictionary containing the data for year, month, maximum temperature, minimum temperature, rainfall, humidity, wind speed for 5 years. This dictionary is then converted into pandas data frame. Here you can see df is equal to pd data frame data, and then the month column is converted into a categorical type with a specific order, and the data frame is sorted by year and month. Finally, it prints the summary of the loaded data set, which includes the shape, years covered, columns, and the first 12 rows. Coming to the second step, this step it calculates the statistical count, mean, standard deviation, 25% of the value, 50% of the value, 75% of the value, as well as the maximum value for the numerical weather variables like maximum temperature, minimum temperature, rainfall, humidity, wind speed, using the describe method. And coming to the step 3, which is handling the missing values, and this block it checks for any missing values across all columns of the data frame using this df.isNull.sum. In this specific data set there are no missing value, but this is a standard data quality check. And here we start the different plots. The first plot is a line plot which indicates the monthly average maximum temperature. This plot it visualizes the average maximum temperature for each month all throughout the years. It groups the data by month, calculates the mean maximum temperature, and then creates a line plot with markers. Here you can see all the lines with annotations, shading for each data point. The plot is saved as plot1 underscore line underscore temperature.png. Down we can see the generated plot. And coming to the second plot as a bar chart. This bar chart it gives the total monthly rainfall for the 5 years. This bar chart, it displays the total rainfall for each month summed across all layers. It uses a seaborne color palette for the bars and makes an annotation for each bar with its total rainfall value. This plot is saved as plot 2 underscore bar underscore rainfall.png. And the third plot is a histogram which gives us the idea on the distribution of monthly rainfall. This histogram, it shows the frequency distribution of monthly rainfall values. It also overlays vertical lines indicating the mean and the median rainfall, helping us to understand the central tendency and skewness of the rainfall data. And here you can see the plot is getting saved as plot 3 underscore histogram underscore rainfall.png. And the fourth plot is a box plot which gives an idea about the maximum temperature distribution by month. This box plot illustrates the distribution of maximum temperature for each month. Box plots are excellent for showing the median, quartiles and potential outliers of the temperature data across different months. And here you can see this plot is getting saved as plot 4 underscore box plot underscore temperature.png. And the fifth plot is the scatter plot. It gives a picture on humidity versus rainfall. This scatter plot, it explores the relationship between the average humidity and monthly rainfall. The points are colored according to the maximum temperature to show how temperature might influence this relationship. A linear trend line is also added to highlight the general pattern. The plot is saved as plot 5 underscore scatter under humidity underscore rainfall.png. And we do have plot number 6 as heat map, which indicates the average humidity percentage by month and year. This map, it provides a visual representation of the average humidity percentage for each month and year. The color intensity helps us to quickly identify periods of higher or lower humidity. And this plot is saved as plot 6 underscore heat map underscore humidity.png. And then as a step 4, we do the correlation analysis. This session calculates and prints the Pearson correlation matrix for the numerical weather variable. It helps us in understanding the linear relationship between different weather patterns. And then we have the correlation heat map plot. This is a visual representation of the correlation matrix which is calculated from the previous step. It uses a cool-warm color map to easily distinguish positive and negative correlations with annotations showing the exact correlation coefficient. This plot is saved in the name plot 7 underscore correlation underscore heat map. And then the fifth step, we have the predictive model analysis using linear regression. In this section, it builds a simple linear regression model to predict rainfall based on humidity and maximum temperature. It defines humidity and maximum temperature as features X and rainfall as the target Y. The data is split into training and testing sets. 80% of the data is used for training and 20% is used for testing. A linear regression model is initialized and trained on the training data. Predictions are made on the test set. The model performance is evaluated using R-square score and mean absolute error, and these metrics are printed along with the model coefficient and intercept. And here you can see the actual versus predicted plot. The final result, this scatter plot, it compares the actual rainfall values from the test set against the rainfall values predicted by the linear regression model. And here you can see the output of all the data. Here you can see the data set, it is loaded successfully, and then the summary statistics is shown for the 5 years, and then the mixing value check is done. And here you can see the different plots, histogram, bar chart, box plot, scatter plot, and heat map, the correlation matrix, and the actual versus predicted rainfall using ASPER score and MSC prediction model. And this is how we have generated plots from 1 to 8, which gives us an idea on the temperature, rainfall, and the humidity, heat map, etc. And this is how the weather case study can be done in Python by learning the basics of data science concept. Thank you.